hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, "You are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God."
Welcome again to Street Talk. My name is Ahmad Shakaraki. And on Street Talk, we deal with political, social, and economics here in Michigan, the U.S., and abroad. Now, joining me tonight,
Charles Thomas.
Paget Maynard.
All right, man, we got a lot to cover. But I mean, I'm just talking for myself. The president's supposed to be, I don't want to use celebrating him getting one of his bill passed, because he's got another one, and the Republicans are saying it's DOA, dead on arrival, So here we go. So what are you saying, Patrick?
Dead on arrival. It hasn't even gone over yet.
Yeah, don't have a pulse.
It's I think that's premature. But it shows the mindset of the people that without any serious thought, they are ready to kill it. Ready to kill it. Which means all the benefits that were to come to all these people, including their supporters, their people from their districts, their constituents, they're not going to get anything. For me now, if you bold enough to come out and say it's dead on arrival, I will be out there letting the people know why it's going to be dead. And that these are the people you voted for to do and represent you, but they're doing nothing but to kill every initiative that is to benefit you.
Well, the thing is that when they was talking about some of the things that was in the bill that passed, they was talking about roads being fixed, bridges, and
infrastructure.
Yeah. And a lot of
don't put out the money. That's all.
A lot of more things being fixed, and 78% of the people, say, "Hey, it's a good bill," But the thing is this, man. In Washington, and it's been in Washington, especially once Trump got in, and now it seems like it's a go now. The only way you win in politics is that you gotta totally disagree with Republicans, and totally Republicans totally disagree with Democrats, and the people just don't count, because right now, and I'm just going off on this for a minute, but right now you've got Republicans who on the 6th of January, was having to run, pull the guns and all these, and now they still, anything Biden's for, they're against it,
Yeah.
Yeah. And one Republican was saying the other day, and now he's been being threatened, and his family is being threatened and all this. But he was saying more Republicans should have voted for this bill, that passed.
Yeah, but to me, they still drinking Donald Trump's Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And you can't be a politician most politicians are lining their pockets anyways. And most of them are afraid of their constituents and Donald Trump's influence.
Mm-hmm.
So, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but it's not culture and it's not beneficial to the nation. They got to get Donald Trump butt somewhere and to sit down.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that right now they know if you a Republican and you're licking Donald Trump boots and everything, so that means that you got 20-some% of people out there going to support you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So all you got to do is reach and get a few more of the independents, a few of the Democrats, and you can win like this guy did in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's the way it is. Some of these same people in Washington, pulling out their guns and going on the 6th of January and everything. And right now, a bunch of them don't even want to talk about what went on the 6th of January.
Right. In denial.
Right.
Okay. Before we jump down too much on the 6th of January, the bill. One is passed. One passed the House and Senate. That's the, call it roughly $2 trillion infrastructure. Now, roads, you see, and this is the problem. People are stuck in their own ways. When we say infrastructure, it means roads, bridges, and waterways. But look what great change we have undergone since then. And what they're saying now from the administration is, look, we have the physical infrastructure. We have to make sure that we get the people's bill now, that which is going to benefit them directly, personally. You'd build a bridge. I'm not riding a bridge every day, riding over a bridge every day. So a bridge out there don't really matter to me because I don't need a bridge from here to home. But the people who need something else, like for example, and I can throw this out, do you realize that America is no longer on top with education? We are coming way down the list now because we cannot see the difference between education and politics. Well, it's the same thing here. In order to educate these people properly, they need the internet. School was out for months because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
One woman had to drive to a McDonald's, sit in the parking lot with her kid so that they can get a connection to get their schoolwork done.
Mm-hmm.
How about some infrastructure to correct that? What about in the rural area where they don't have access now? How about making it accessible? Come on, give me a break.
Well,
education is not supposed to be lingering behind your dirty politics.
Yeah. But that money is not going to get down to our level. Them scavengers up there is going to be ripping that money off, and it's going to go back, it's going to stay up above our economical level. So it's just a mess. Money's not the problem. Honesty.
Let me tell you something.
Honesty is our problem.
I can tell you, I'm going to tell you this. The problem, you say it's our problem. Well, our problem is we are shutting our mouths when we should be opening it, and when we should keep it shut, we're opening it. Mm-hmm. We don't know when to talk and what to say.
Well,
because we need to get these boogers know.
well,
We put you there to represent us. You are supposed to be making things happen for us,
Well-
not for you. You are doing it to accommodate the wealthy who can put some money in your coffers.
Yeah, coffers. Yeah.
Now, we need you either work for us or get out.
Sit out. Yeah.
We'll get somebody who is willing to do it.
Right.
well,
People, get on out there now. Get out there. Start letting these people know you're not putting up with it anymore.
Right.
well. The thing is this. You know, it's this. Joe Manchin just was elected a year or so ago. The woman in Arizona just elected a year or so ago. So we can holler all we want about get them out of vote for somebody else, but look,
You have a few years, yes.
but they've got 4 more years and something to do what they want to do, and my man in West Virginia, he's making millions of dollars from the businesses in Virginia. He's already said that it would make the budget make the thing go too high. But when
Deficit.
Trump was in there, you know, he voted for everything. He voted 57% with Trump. Okay, and the only thing Trump did come in and gave the billionaires
Tax.
more money. You know,
Mhm.
so you know, I mean, it's like
It's an economical pyramid.
right. I mean, you know, and the thing is that we can't do anything about it. You know, we can holler and go on right now, but the two main people, you know, these two supposed to be Democrats, but I don't know what they are. You know, because I call them Republicans. You know, because everything the guy in West Virginia and the woman in Arizona, everything they do is to help businesses, big businesses in those two states.
Mm-hmm.
Question for you. You said there is nothing we could do. Is there any provision for a recall of senators and representatives in the federal government? I know you can do that, like they just had an attempt to recall the governor in California.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have that for the federal?
It's like that every place, but
Petition.
the people in
Wait
the
a
state, people in the state has to get it going. And the thing is that in West Virginia, you know, West Virginia, one of the poorest states it is. West Virginia and Mississippi are the two poorest states it is in the U.S. You know,
A lot of ignorance.
and,
A lot of ignorance.
yeah, and I haven't. Well, I'll take that back. A while ago, some weeks ago, I heard some rumbling in West Virginia, and in California. I mean, in Arizona. Some people was starting something in Arizona about this woman who keep voting.
Okay. Yeah. Some people are rumbling. And what?
And the thing is that until you get enough people to call these people back,
How are we going to get enough people?
we can't do it. They have to do it in West
I know,
Virginia
I know.
and in Arizona.
Probably
Well,
a million
Do the
petitions,
people
signatures.
in Arizona know that they can rise up and they can circulate information, circulate petition, and get enough petitions on so that it could go on the ballot to recall these people?
Yes, and that's what I heard a few weeks ago about the woman in West Virginia. I mean, in Arizona. But
Yeah.
the thing is that until you get enough people, you know, This woman, like I said, has got 4 years and something, and this man in West Virginia has got 4 more years and something. So if all you're gonna do is gonna say something, and then you're not gonna do anything, because right now there's all kinds of stuff that Biden and his administration is trying to get passed, but they can't. You know, these supposed to be Democrats, but they're acting like the Republicans. You know, and I said a few minutes ago, this Joe Manchin, he already done said, well, we're getting too high, the budget's getting too high. It's like he didn't say a thing when Donald Trump, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, you're almost like a double agent.
Yeah, Donald Trump, you know, giving all this money to all these millionaires, billionaires and everything. He didn't say a word then, you know. You see?
Isn't he a millionaire himself?
Who? Joe,
the same senator.
He's working on it.
He should be, because all the money he's gotten from these companies in West Virginia, and they were saying a few weeks ago that he only makes $185,000. I mean, a million. I mean, no.
Yeah, that's the salary.
Yeah.
He makes that salary is 100, and his salary is 185,000, and they said he has already made something like 8 or 9 million
on the outside.
Yes.
Okay.
Now he only
Yeah, they might be overdue for a raise.
Yeah. Now he getting paid 185,000, but he's got all this money coming in from all these different companies.
Let me ask you something. Do you think that we need to have a change in the system itself?
Right, because the check and balance ain't working.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, we need. But how many people are gonna vote for that? You know, because there's a lot of people out here. There's millions of people out here. You know, that right now, especially now, you know, who won't vote for anything that Democrats or independents want to vote for, you know, and independents and Democrats ain't going to vote for anything that the Republicans want to do.
All right.
And this is like last year, a year before. It's like when Trump brought his thing up there, the Democrats voted for it, but Democrats can't get the Republican to vote, you know. So it you know, it's a thing where right now this country, you know, besides all this racism and all these other stuff going on, it's in the worst position it's been in a long time.
But
And
they're still
that is
fooling the people.
Go ahead, Charles.
They are still fooling the public. You know, and
Somebody's pulling the strings.
Right. And if you can't see all the crookedness that's at the top, and the system is continuing to get, more exposure to corruption in high places is going on. It just, what is it going to take the constituents to do? What did they want to see? They want to see a murder on Capitol Hill, you know, and they almost seen that.
They were planning one.
Yeah.
They had the gallows there for Pence.
Right. Yeah. What do they want to see to open up their eyes? You know, the system is out of control.
Well, the thing is that you have when you've got a system like it is now, and you know, I've been keeping up with politics since I left the NUM.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I got off the plane coming from the NUM, I said, I'm gonna have to find out. I'm gonna have to find out a little bit of what.
See what's going on.
Yeah, some of the stuff was going on.
Kissinger and them was tearing it up, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Everybody getting rich, man.
Yeah, and in fact, they had this guy on who wrote the book, who wrote a book on Kissinger. They had him on during the weekend. I forget what it was, but anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry to get into that, but you know, the thing is now is that with the country like it is, you know, whatever minorities want, and that means everybody who's not not put white on their thing certificate. They are voting one way, but not all of them. We got some blacks right now, blacks, Hispanics right now, you know. Well, just as big. Oh, I'm a Republican. Oh, it's like
Blacks for Trump.
So what? You know.
Hispanics for Trump.
Oh yeah, Hispanics.
Asians for Trump.
And blacks.
Hey, they have a right to support whosoever they wish.
Well,
all right, I agree with that.
But see,
I support that.
But see,
however, when you're going to vote for anybody, you need to consider
the platform,
who the person, the character of the person. You got to consider what platform they have. Good word. You know, Trump didn't have a platform.
No, he never
They
did.
didn't even come up with anything.
Nothing.
No manifesto.
No.
The only thing he probably said is, "Oh, we're gonna lock her up. We're gonna lock her up."
Yeah, or 2 weeks.
Well,
Dum-dum.
well, the thing is that the man was a racist, okay? And in the U.S., anybody who presents themselves as a racist, he's gonna get million of people with him, you know.
Right, because he says what he was on their mind.
Yes, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing is that here he comes out with it. Oh, that means that we okay, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
just like he told them fools to come to the Capitol.
Yeah.
Well, Donald Trump told me to come.
Well, we're gonna get
yes.
to that right now. In fact, before, let me respond something you said earlier, Chuck. The checks and balances are not working.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they were not put into effect sufficiently, adequately. But now that they are making an effort to do it, the very members of Congress are undermining it. Take, for example, the House had this select committee. The Republican leader in the House wants to put some cronies of Trump who have already been blurting out all over the country that Trump did this, Trump was right, this or that, he was stolen, it was that. All kinds of things just supporting what Trump says. Mm-hmm. Could you expect that these people will sit there and give a fair analysis of what happened?
No.
Go back to when Hillary was Secretary of State. Benghazi. How many times they had meetings on Benghazi? Mm-hmm. 3-5 times?
Yeah. Millions
of dollars?
Yeah.
And every time there was nothing?
Mm-hmm.
So is that what we want?
Yes, a lot of them. That's what a lot of these people want.
No, it's not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
It might be good for some, but that's not good enough for the country.
Yeah.
Now, January 6th of this year, what happened at the Capitol? Republican members of the House are at least alleged to have been giving tours to these prospective anarchists, saboteurs, insurrectionists, whatever word you want to, and how many of them you want to use.
It was a coup attempt.
Coup, all right. They were giving them a tour of the place so they could know just how to move when they get there.
Right.
Minimum resistance.
Yeah, diagram.
All right? On top of that, Trump had this big rally. Oh, we're going down to the Capitol.
Yeah, I'll be
We're
with
going
you.
down to there. I'm going to be right there with you. And the people can't see that Trump went the other direction.
Right,
How could you trust a man like that?
right.
The man is a bastard.
Yeah, yeah.
But the
He
thing,
can't keep it straight. Let me give it here. This guy in New Jersey was running for governor. He lost. He came out and he conceded. I lost. There's no reason to go on any further. There's no evidence that anything was wrong. It was a clean election. Donald Trump can't say that.
No.
His supporters can't say that because they're so blinded with ignorance.
Yeah. Stop
They
it.
haven't spent time to look at facts
Right.
and see that this is completely nonsense.
Right.
but
Trump is still stroking it, and the people are still trusting him.
Giving
They're
him money.
believing in him, and they're following his direction. And until you get some people like Kevin McCarthy and this guy Jordan, and they get them out of the house by voting them out, and put people, I don't care what party you belong to.
Yeah. Yeah.
All I'm saying, you are there to do a job, not sit back and say, well, this is dead on arrival.
Right. Right. There's too many rats in the White House.
but the man who won in Virginia, he was a Trumpster.
Yeah, but he
You know?
was distancing himself from Trump.
Yeah, okay. While he was running and everything,
Mhm.
while he was running for this office, you know. So again, it's a thing where lots of people, man, lots of people, and this is one of the reasons I'm afraid now of the election coming up next year, you know, because a lot of people, man, voted for this guy who wasn't a Republican, you know. A lot of independents and Democrats voted for this guy in Virginia.
Yeah.
Ahmad, here's what we can do. You asked earlier what we can do and said we can't do anything. Here's something we can do. Let us invite from both sides, Republicans, Democrats, people who are currently in the House and people and Senate, and people who are aspiring to get there. Come on in, sit down and talk with us. Let's question you, and you tell the people exactly where you stand. And let us get the people an opportunity to make a vital, valid, knowledgeable decision.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine, messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.